Hello and welcome back to Golden Earth Woodland Farm. I'm Keith. It is Friday, August 12th. There's been a lot of activity both on the farm and off the farm in the last couple weeks. I'll try to bring you up to date. I did take some short videos along the way with some of the progress in between from my last video to where we are today. Tuesday evening, August 2nd, and Greg Martin and his guys are here working on the interior. They got the lower wall sheeting done, so sanded plywood, and then there'll be white metal above. But again, just going to go with the sanded plywood for the lower 8 feet. We got the overhead doors in last week. And Brandon and his brother from Plaza Electric have been working on the electric. So it was a good day foraging for mushrooms. So these are wild chanterelles, that I've just found in the woods, in my woods. This is the second batch of these I've picked in the last 2 or 3 days. Started getting some maybe 2 weeks ago, but really just started coming in the last week or so. And then these are some shiitakes that I've cultivated in logs that I was able to pick today. And these were not out. I think 3 days ago I checked those logs and there were no mushrooms, and this is what was here today. So it's a good time to be a mushroom forager in western Pennsylvania. A little unusual weather. We've had quite a bit of rain. So we're second week of August. High temperatures this week are in the 70s and low 80s, and going out kind of as far as the forecast goes. And we've had quite a bit of rain. July was unusually hot and dry, and August is shaping up to be cooler and wetter, which is a little backwards, but that's what we got. So as of today, what you can see is the ceilings are done. The plywood is on the wall. Right now it's unfinished sanded plywood. I'm gonna leave it. I'll probably end up putting a clear finish on it, but I did want to have this plywood finish down below and then the white metal up above. The electric, rough electric is in. There's a couple of the fixtures in so far, but most of the fixtures are not in yet. The windows are just going to have, kind of 1x4 unfinished pine framing on them, and then whatever I do to the plywood, I'll do to that framing. Garage doors are in. There are electric openers that are mounted on the side of both doors. I have I think it's called a clevis ring. I'm going to put a climbing rope on, and then this black bracket is for some rings for doing gymnastic types of exercise, like ring muscle ups, things like that. Not that I'll ever be able to do them, but I thought I'd put that up. The mezzanine floor is there. Obviously, we don't have steps yet. They're going to build steps that will start here and go up. There'll be a platform, and then I'll turn and it'll go up to that platform. And then if I want to bring stuff in with my loader, I'll be able to come up here, and I think we're going to do a removable railing at the end here, so I can put my loader up there and then unload things, and then there'll be a railing across the front. Electric is mostly wired. The solar is mostly wired. So what we have here is this is where the wires come in from the solar panels, come into this box. Again, there are 40 panels on the roof, and they're wired in 4 strings of 10. So 1 string of 10 into each of these. These are DC, high voltage DC disconnects. So disconnect for each of those strings, and then from the disconnect into one of each of these 4 Grow Watt 5,000 volt inverter charge controllers, and then from there you go into the battery bank, and then back into the inverter, and then from the inverters they come over here into this box. So we have 4 of these that are each 5,000 watts. So there's 20,000 watts at 240 volts that comes into here. And then these 2 are balancing transformers that provide a neutral to get you the 120, the 2 legs of 120. So coming out of here, this is where this is our main power box, and then you come into the standard breaker box with all the circuits for the building, and then there will also be a main circuit. So this is the main line that will go out to the house when the house is done. So this stuff is all pretty well wired up. We have power coming in. Got a lot of it programmed. We just have an issue with how the inverters are communicating with the batteries. So hopefully we get that worked out next week, and we'll have regular power coming in and batteries backup. Back in here is where this is where the domestic water utilities are going to be. So there'll be a hot water tank, a pressure tank. So what we're going to do for water is we're going to have it'll be a rainwater collection coming off of the roof into a cistern, and then that will pump back into here. There'll be a sediment filter, a UV sterilizer for the domestic water, electric water heater, and then this is some of the plumbing for the radiant heat. And then we're going to have a manifold that will provide preheat the domestic water when the boiler's running, So in the winter, colder months when I don't have as much sunlight, and the boiler will preheat the domestic water, so the electric won't have to work as hard. The electric hot water heater won't have to work as hard. In the summer, when I'm not running the boiler, we have much more electric. You know, the hot water tank will just run on electric. So that's the idea there. A lot of that's done. The ceiling is already wired for ceiling lights and 2 big ceiling fans. There's going to be 2 10-foot ceiling fans up above. This is a bedroom. It's already wired. Nice big closet there. This is going to be the bathroom. Full shower. There'll be a commode and a sink. So plumbing's roughed in. There will also be kind of a kitchen sink and counter here. Regular kind of a stainless steel kitchen sink with a regular counter. There'll be 2 base cabinets. And then this is my office, which will also be an art gallery for my wife, who passed away, who was an artist. So I'm gonna have a lot of her artwork on the walls in here. And this will be my office for when I'm working from home or just need a place to get away to do work. This is the manifold area for the gym. The piping that was over in that utility area is for the heating in these rooms here. This area out here is going to be my gym. Again, we've got the stuff up there for the rope and so on. I've got a regular rig from Rogue Fitness that I'm going to put in here. I'm going to put down rubber horse stall mats on the floor in this part. Bring my exercise equipment will be in here. The boiler and storage, hot water storage tanks will be back here in the corner. So this is where the manifold is for the rest of the garage, and then we have the lines. This green pipe is the Thermopex that runs over to where the house will be. Yeah, and then we also have already pre-wired this wire here. I'm going to have a natural gas generator as a backup. I have there's a gas well up in the woods over here. We met with the gas production company as well as the pipeline company. We've got all that stuff worked out, so we're going to run a gas line from that well down here so that I have natural gas for the backup generator, and also have a natural gas backup boiler. The primary boiler is wood-fired. So that's where we are. Really good progress. They have not done the insulation in the ceiling because we want to, there's going to be a chimney that runs up through the ceiling from the boiler. We want to get that in, and we make sure that basically everything that we need to do up in the ceiling is done before we end up blowing in a whole bunch of insulation. It's going to be R60 up there, so once that gets blown in, we don't want to be up there. Hopefully those things will be done in the next couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and then we can get that insulation done and move on. These rooms down here are going to be white shiplap paneling that's horizontal. That's what will be on the walls inside, and then they're going to have galvanized metal on the ceilings in there. We're going to keep the concrete floor, probably just do, we might do an epoxy. We're just going to keep the regular gray color on the floors in this part of the building, in this building. Not going to do any kind of tile or anything like that on the floors. So that's where we stand. If you have any questions, drop me a comment. If you enjoyed the videos, please hit the like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.